Good. So, despite all the technical issues and troubles that Mr. Murphy served us, here's our stand-up panelist, Marcin Kubik. So he's the CEO and founder of Dwell Properties. Marcin entered the real estate world back in the beginning of 2010s, you could say, with his own boutique advisory firm as well. He's passionate about beautiful and lasting things, viewing retail as an ecosystem of cities, businesses, people, and investors. Marcin has interest in real estate, but also in painting, philosophy, and enogastronomy, something with wine, right?
Yeah, that's both good drinking and good eating. So
matching and pairing.
Yeah, but essentially it's enjoying life.
So hedonistic approach as well. Yeah. Welcome, Marcin. So let's start with the residential market. You said that we are now experiencing a crisis in residential sector in Poland.
We have like a miscommunication, because on one side in the market we say that the prices are high and they are still rising. In effect, the demand has been lowered in the last years in the residential market, but 3 years ago we decided that we're gonna focus just on retail. We have a huge, really huge audience of investors who want to invest their money, but they are not institutional investors. So they are people who have quite nice liquidity, but they don't have the expertise and the knowledge of specifically of the real estate market to have decisions. So we focus on retail because we think that the residential market is not in a very healthy condition, and I think we are now waiting for the government to do some moves. I always like to think that if you need the government to save your industry, and it save your ass, as you said, probably it's not that great, the situation.
Oh, interesting. So whenever there's sovereign interference, it means you're not in the right industry, not growing industry, or some other limitations. Is that so?
No, I wouldn't say so. But if all the industry is waiting for the government to pass a bill who's going to give you 1 year, 2 years of oxygen, probably you are, if you are considering ROIs around 3, 4, 5, 6% from an investor standpoint, the risk is too high in comparison to the ROI, So, if you have to just focus on what's the government gonna do, it's probably too risky. So
too much of external control, external circumstances out of your control. Okay. Yeah. And when you say retail, you mean high street retail, right? And dedicated or targeted at high net worth individuals, eventually smaller family offices, people that made money in some other sectors and they want to diversify or otherwise, right? How is this business going on? I know that big agencies like those, 3 or 4 letter agencies, the global and otherwise, are not very much interested in this sector. Is this your niche, you would say, and you play their, visible role in Poland?
Yeah, I think we don't have official data about this, but I think in this very moment we are probably the company with the greatest reach in Poland, because we did transactions in cities like Białystok, Bydgoszcz, Wrocław, Poznań, which of course Krakow and Warsaw.
High street.
In these cities, there is always an agent who uses the agency as a way to get the offers, and they flip on the best properties.
Okay.
Our point of view is that giving a service, we need to provide the best we can do for our clients, and it's quite an ambition, because sometimes it's way easier just to flip a property, and have the same money.
So how do you define added value to our clients?
We give them something that doesn't exist on the market. We create opportunities, because we seek off-market properties to purchase, and on the other hand, we seek also the tenants.
Yeah, but that's yes. So go on, please. Okay. So first part of this is off-market deals, you say, and second, delivering or also thinking of how to fill those stores and shops, high street shops, right?
Yeah, we often find the tenant in the first place, then we find the property from the tenant, and at the very end, because we have a very long queue of investors, we sell the properties to someone.
So like reverse engineering from the success point in the business, rather than start hard work and so on and so on.
At the end of the day, the real success of a retail property it's not in the walls, it's in the business which is inside. So if you consider a retail property, I think it's the most beautiful part of real estate, because it's where the private life meets the public life. When you go to work, you go inside an office, and it's your private office.
Yeah.
When you're at home, you are with your family. It's your private home.
I see. Okay.
The retail space is where society happens. So for us, it's very important to find the business who is going to perform properly in the area. That's why we use data, and that's why we've really focused on empathy in considering the needs of the tenants. Because you can buy any property, and you can follow any wave. We had the wave of the banks, then we have the wave of the convenience stores. But at the end of the day, for us, it's very impactful to decide to have a diversified offering in a district, and to also let smaller business grow among a district, a high street, where usually it's not possible, because usually the secondary, tertiary choices for investors, they just get the breadcrumbs. In this business, usually the winner takes it all. So once upon a time, as I said, there were the banks.
Yeah.
Now it's convenience stores, and we think that a more diversified retail space, as many developers in Poland and also in the Western countries show us, brings much more happiness to the people who are living in the district. So we create public spaces in a financially reliable and viable way. So we try to have in the same moment all the demand in one place.
So all pieces of puzzle already done.
Yeah. Okay. So we do sprints.
One question: do you have also do you do also property management or facility management of your portfolio? Or do you outsource
yes.
Because there is some value there as well, added value of decreasing costs. If you say, for example, on one street you have 5-10 tenants from your portfolio that you sold to your clients, your investors, then all of a sudden you have critical mass for property facility management, technical maintenance, and so on.
Usually the kind of contracts we sign, and the beauty of retail as we do it, is that you don't have to manage it like you manage.
So you don't care. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Like you don't have much work to do with that. We do it when it's necessary, but usually we prepare very well at the very beginning when we are doing our contracts, because we give the know-how to our investors on how to set up the agreements with the tenants.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's something that goes on autopilot.
Interesting.
So our strategy is not to create more job for us, but to create more comfort for our investors. So,
and in the end, more value as well for everybody involved.
More value, because we focus of being high value and to be an expensive company, not to be
expensive or inexpensive.
Expensive.
Expensive, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like we explain to our clients that if we hire an analyst, if we buy data, if we buy expertise from engineers, it costs.
Yeah.
But it's way better,
Yeah.
It's like
specialist.
Quality is way better than lack of quality.
And you want to focus on your part of the game. Yeah.
If someone, purchasing a property which is 5 million zlotys is seeking to save 10,000 zlotys, it's probably not
your client.
It's probably not our client, because he won't appreciate the quality we give them.
Yeah.
And on the other side, he won't be happy with this kind of investment.
Oh yeah, exactly.
And we want our clients to be happy. So
amazing. Yeah, Marcin. So part that goes on. Let's move on to the last question, and that's related to your interest as well.
Yeah.
So you say you have all the interest in philosophy, art. Does this impact somehow your business activities as well, and how?
Yes, indeed.
And what I want to say, some people that know and like philosophy and dive into philosophical, transcendental ideas and so on, they think too much. Sometimes that's analysis paralysis. What's your secret of using philosophy and in general art? Does it also just helps you communicate with your clients, like high net worth individuals and so on? They can aspire to interest and so on, or does it actually help in your everyday business activities?
I have to say that it's something that is part of me. So it's not something I develop in order to be well perceived by my clients. Even today, I had a conversation with a dear client of mine, and we share many many common passions among philosophy, among art, among opera and classical music. But actually, it's something which is part of my private life. It impacts business in a way that being exposed to much beauty helps you to do better things. I think I really believe in the Greek philosophy of kalakagatia, which means the beauty and the good, which are just the same thing. They are you cannot split them. You know, if something is good, it has to be beautiful as well in order to be beautiful.
Yes.
And the other way around, if something is beautiful, if it's not good, it's just vain, you know.
Yes.
So we are. That is what we are seeking. And concerning the philosophy and the overthinking, I have to say that's probably because that's why I usually take long walks alone, and I don't go that often in the office in order to not distract my employees, who are very reliable and very self-controlled.
Because you want to be in the company with a very smart person yourself.
Yeah. No, I just sometimes overthink, but philosophy, I really appreciate philosophy because it gives you a different points of view on many things. Like if you study philosophy, it's not that you come up to a conclusion and you say, oh, now I know the truth. It's about seeking the truth.
Yeah.
And the same, I think, is in the business. I'm not building a company in order to sell it in 3 years. I building a company in order to do the best I can in the business I am.
Yes.
So it's about the journey, and the philosophy is the same.
Yes, we need to finish now. Enjoy the journey, and the final result will not fail to amaze you. Thank you very much, Marcin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, enjoy the night.
Thank you
Thank you.
for
Cheers.
having
Bye.